The Security Council is not as effective as it could be, says Bimal Adihari, the political science professor from Nazarbayev University. With the 80th anniversary of the United Nations General Assembly just around the corner, Professor shares his insights on the upcoming agenda, key issues and priorities that will shape this year's discussions. He also explores the important role that middle power countries like Kazakhstan can play in influencing the outcomes. Let's dive into the full interview to learn more.
Professor Adihari, thank you so much for joining us today. As you know, the 80th anniversary of the United Nations General Assembly is coming this year. And we wanted to know what's the key agenda and priorities that gonna dominate this year.
So this year, I think three topics or three themes will dominate the United Nations General Assembly meeting. First being the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. So we know that President Trump has been trying very hard to resolve this issue. So I think this topic will dominate much of the UN session. The second thing being the conflict between Israel and Palestine. So a lot of major countries have agreed in principle to recognize Palestine as a state. And the third one being the trade issue. So recently the United States has imposed high level of tariff on many countries, including Kazakhstan. So I think there will be a major pushback from especially developing countries against high level of tariff imposed by the United States.
And there's been a lot of speculations over the years because the UN has been established like over the 80 years ago. And do you think how effective is the UNGA today as a platform for global problem solving compared to the other decades?
Right. So it's a very interesting question. First of all, we have to understand that UNGA is the global entity that has most member states. So because it has a lot of member states, it has greater importance, more importance than other intergovernmental organizations we have. The second thing about United Nations General Assembly is that it allows for states, big or small, to come to New York every year and express their viewpoint, right? So for smaller countries, they might not have a platform to say what they think is important in today's world. But nonetheless, this is the only platform that we have where we can gather all world leaders, state leaders, and it allows for state leaders to talk to each other. And sometimes, it's useful to resolve the problems that they cannot do it remotely.
And also, while we're talking about the middle power countries, Kazakhstan is also considered a middle power country, right? And we position ourselves as a bridge between the East and the West. And do you think this role can somehow help us in the UNGA this year, or?
Yes, definitely, because Kazakhstan was instrumental in passing this resolution against nuclear tests. I'm pretty sure President Tokayev will raise this issue in the General Assembly because this is one of the key issues that Kazakhstan champions in the United Nations. The other thing is Kazakhstan is also a regional power, and it shows that it's a regional power in the United Nations. So I'm pretty sure Kazakhstan can act as an effective mediator between the West and the East, and also act as itself a regional power who is willing to help its neighbors and not just itself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Professor Adihari, for such a thought-provoking interview with us. And I hope you will join us very soon.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you so much.